Good evening, everyone. Hi. Hello to everyone who's joining us this evening. Today, in case you're wondering what's going on, we are going behind the scenes with Monica. So we're going to have a live Q&A session with Monica this evening, and hopefully I'll be able to actually invite Monica to join me here on the live this time round. I know we've had some tech issues the last few weeks, but hopefully this time it's going to work first time. That's the goal. We'll get there eventually, I know, without a doubt. Okay, so those of you who are watching, if you're watching, give us a yell down in the comments. Let us know where you're watching from and what the weather is like for you today, because it's technically spring now here in the UK, and I think for our friends in the US as well. So we're hoping to see a bit more pleasant weather coming up. It's been a bit grotty for us here in Wales today, but hopefully a lot of folk hopefully are going to start seeing nicer weather. Right, Monica, let me see if I can add you in. Unsurprisingly, Facebook is being a little bit misbehavey for me right now. Okay, let's see if I can get this to work. Okay. Right, Monica, I don't have an invite again. That's very naughty. This happened last week as well, didn't it? Okay, let's try this way instead. No. Once again, you don't exist for me, for me, Monica. And popping up at the top, I have no viewers. What? That's crazy. Okay, I don't know if you can send me an invite, Monica. Not an invite, the other one, a request to join in. I'll keep on checking this. Okay, at the moment I'm only showing, who am I showing watching? I'm showing Diana is watching and Mamie's watching, and here we go. Monica is watching. Let's see if this invite has worked. Hello, hi. What's the weather like in Ohio at the moment?
Okay, I had to get on my phone in order to do it.
That is what happened to me the very first one with Nova. I was trying to do it on my laptop and it didn't work.
Yeah, it wasn't letting me on my laptop either, so I was like, let me try on my phone, because I know normally whenever I get on with Shanova, when we used to join together, I was always on my phone, so I was hoping that would. So let me just set up my tripod, because I was not prepared for a.
That's all right. You get yourself set up. I'm gonna pull up the comments on the group as I always do, because that makes it much easier then, because I can just concentrate on you here, and then I've got the comments in the background over there, hopefully.
Probably should have got on my.
Catherine's here. Hi, Catherine. Catherine's in New York City, and it's in the 50s. I'm not sure what that's in C, because we use C over there. Actually, that's not true. We use the C most of the year, and then in the summertime, when it gets really, really hot, all our news goes to Fahrenheit, which is just bizarre. We cook in 11. Anyway, sorry, that's totally off topic. Brenda's in Longview in Texas. Hi, Brenda.
Okay, so I'm gonna.
You, Monica?
I'm gonna try to get on my iPad. I'm gonna send a request first, because I think I messed my phone up. I dropped it and my speaker isn't working very well.
Oh no! So we can hear you, but you can't hear me at all.
Yeah, like my volume's all the way up, but I can barely hear. I don't know. It actually happens quite a lot with my phones. Like this.
It happened to me the very
very fast. Okay, let's see. I can barely hear. I don't know. It actually happens quite a lot.
Do I need to pick you up in order for you to re-request?
Let's see. Okay, I'm gonna leave and rejoin. Okay, Lizzie.
Bye. I'm gonna say hello to some people while Monica is off doing setting herself up. So, all right, who have we got here? So Brenda's in Texas. I think I said hello, Brenda, didn't I? Paula is in Massachusetts. What's the weather like for you, Paula? Oh, okay. I apologise if I pronounce this wrong. Hege is in Norway. Do tell me if I've pronounced it wrong. I do apologise as well if I have. Norway. I think you're a little bit ahead of us time zone wise, aren't you? So, and you can't hear me either, Tammy. All right, let's see if this makes any difference. And now Jane can't hear me. Oh no! I seem to have broken it then, haven't I? Okay. And Jill can't hear me.
Oh no.
I don't know if you can hear me, Monica, but everyone in the comments can't hear me right now.
Okay, I thought it was me, but I can hear you. I can hear you better now. What is going on? Oh my gosh. I do not know how to use technology apparently. Oh my gosh. And then you see my dirty room.
I'm gonna be upside down. Hang on.
Oh my goodness. I am sorry. I don't know what is going on. I can't.
Oh, it's awesome. Oh, now everyone can hear us.
I don't know why I'm upside down.
You are upside down.
And I cannot figure out how to.
You're the right way up. Stop.
Oh, there we go. But I'm like.
When everyone can hear us, okay now.
Now I have to find something to put you on. Oh, here we go. Maybe this will work. We're going to get this all figured out.
One of these days, we're going to have a Q&A that starts without all this tricky type stuff going wrong. I've been looking into all the sort of decennial path stuff that's available. It's just finding the right solution for our lovely little group of bag makers. It's going to work better for you. Because we want to be able to interact with you while talking, and there's some services to do that.
For some reason, I like my iPad does not like me. No, technology is not my friend today.
Oh no!
It's not like I have to hold it like this high in order to be like leveled with everyone.
Oh, that's not ideal at all. Have you got anything you can prop it on or clip it on? Maybe. Perhaps.
I'm trying to find something that's high that I can prop it on.
Oh no.
No idea what's.
Okay. Well, we can work around you. Whatever solution's going to work best for you, we can work around. Because you are our celebrity today. You're the one we're getting to know a bit better. So whatever works best for you, we can work around.
I'm trying to find something high enough that will hold my laptop, hold my iPad, but I'm on my desk, so.
Catherine suggests a couple of bolts of fabric might hold it up for you. Have you already cut up your exciting thing that we're going to be talking about a bit later?
No, I have not cut it all up. I wonder, maybe I just need to, oh, you know what? I have an idea.
Oh, excellent idea, by the way, Catherine. Thank you.
I will move to my desk because that will be lower and I can set you up against my wall.
Awesome. For all the folks that are going to be watching this on YouTube later, thank you so much for bearing with us through this bit at the beginning. I promise you we will get to some questions in due course. Let us know when you're comfy. Dive in. And while Monica is setting up, if you've got any questions, pop them in the comments.
Okay.
Just as in the last couple of times, I'm going to run through some of the questions we've already had and have a little natter with our lovely Monica here, and then we'll pop into the comments and see what questions you've got for us as well along the way. Right, you're looking comfy. How's it going?
Perfect. I figured it out. My desk.
Yay. Awesome. I'm glad that you're settled. I love that colour behind you. That's gorgeous.
Oh, thank you. My favorite color.
That's your favourite colour, is it?
Yes. Teal.
That's lovely. That's really pretty. Okay, people watching, let us know your favourite colour because we'd love to know that too. Right. So, hi. Hi, Monica.
Hi.
I wrote a little introduction, but I think because we've been chattering away, this is Monica. So first up, how about you tell us a little bit about yourself in your own words? I'm sure most of the people who are watching will have seen you in your so-longs, but there might be a few people here who've not met you before. So who are you and where are you from?
Okay, so my name is Monica. I own Castine Handcrafted, so I sew handbags full time. I am a stay-at-home mom, I guess, work-at-home mom with 4 boys. So my house is crazy. And let's see, I live in Texas, and that's about pretty much what we do.
Oh, there must be a handful having so many people in the house, especially at the moment.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
So, for those of you who aren't already aware, as well as Monica having her own business, amazing business, we're going to talk a bit more about later, Monica is also one of our community managers and hosts Sew Along for us as well. So Monica's one of the lovely people working with us behind the scenes to make sure all your posts go out into the group and that everyone is having a lovely time in the group there. So first question I got: how did you get started with sewing, and from that, how did you come into bag making?
So let's see. I started sewing. Okay. Well, I've kind of always sewed my whole entire life. So I was really close to my grandma growing up, and she used to have like this like sewing container, and like she would have like scraps and stuff, and I would like hand sew like children's dolls and like doll clothes and stuff. I mean, and then I was looking back, I was talking to my mom about this, and I was like, you know what, I actually went through a bag phase before I went through a bag like where I'm at now. There was this craze in like my middle school year where we would get the Capri Sun pouches and the Kool-Aid jammers.
Yes.
I don't know. They're pouches. They're silver and they got like colors.
Yeah.
And there was a craze where you would get like fishing line and you would sew a bag, and it would be like a purse out of the full like Kool-Aid jammers. So I had a couple of those. We also went through a phase of where we made jean like purses. So you get like old jeans and you cut them and then you just like stitch them up, and you would have and I carried that around for a while. So I had those are the few things. And then let's see, my grandma passed away when I was like 9, and I kind of just like got away from sewing for a while. And then maybe about 3 years ago, I decided that I was going to do a puzzle, which we used to do a lot when she was sick. And so I did the puzzle, and I was like, oh, I really enjoy this. So I went and got a sewing machine, I had already been like collecting sewing machines. So I decided I was going to sew, and I made a t-shirt for my youngest at the time. He's number 3, not my 4th one, but number 3, I made a shirt for him, and then I kind of just got into children's clothing from there. And I sewed children's clothing for maybe about a year and a half, and then I like to watch YouTube videos when I go to sleep. So like I'll put on like sewing YouTube videos, but a lot of people who sew clothing, they don't really do like sew-alongs. And I really like this, like watching somebody sew and the sound of the sewing machine going, like running.
Like a sensory
So
thing.
yes. So I actually came across Lauren Mormino's channel.
Oh,
and I pretty much just binge watched all her videos, and then I was like, I want to do bag making. Like, she's gold. And I just from there just been making bags, and then I make bags like on and off. I don't think a lot of people realize that I haven't been sewing bags for that long. I'm probably like a year into bag making. So I started when my youngest was born. So that was at the end of 2019. And I sewed on and off from there, made a couple clutches and stuff, but I didn't start sewing until I did my first sew along on Swoon. And then that's when I've just been sewing since.
Wow.
So yeah.
That's amazing. I had no idea that you'd been making bags for a short while, and I mean,
Yes.
you're so good at it as well. I got distracted for a second because I remembered a quote that Catherine, who's watching right now, put up on her Instagram the other day. The difference between skill and talent. Skill is something you learn. Talent is what you can't help doing. You very obviously have a talent for bag making, and I know I'm always impressed by everything that you make. Your makes are incredible, and I've seen some of your kids' clothes as well over on your Instagram. They're gorgeous as well. Absolutely beautifully on there. Someone has asked, who got Brenda. Brenda's asked, how did you get started with selling your bag? Funny enough, I was going to ask something like that later.
Pretty much, I would just I would share on my personal Facebook page, and somebody would just ask to buy it, and then from there, like it was just like here and there, and then once I really started like making bags and stuff like that, it just kind of like took off from there. Now I get custom orders, and like I'll get people that contact me for custom orders, and then when I do my sew-alongs, those aren't custom orders, so I just put those up and they're ready to ship bags.
Yeah.
So
that's wonderful. That really is. So obviously here in the chat, I'm sure we've got a few people who they've either made one bag or they're coming up to their first bag or maybe into their second. What advice would you give to them, for the beginner bag makers who are watching this right now?
To be honest with you, I just say, just do it. If you think the bag is too advanced for you, just do it. Like you really won't know until you do it. And I always say this in my lives, you learn so much. Like I was a beginner bag maker, and I made the Bonnie, and I didn't just make the Bonnie bucket bag. I decided I was going to modify it. I wanted one single panel. Never made a purse in my life. Like it was my first time, and I didn't know what I was doing. I'm going to tell you right now, that bag came out not the best. My mom does not use it, so that says a lot.
But I bet she's still got it.
She's still got it somewhere. But yeah, I mean, I find that I learn so much more if I just like push myself through a pattern. I mean, that's the only way you're gonna learn, is by making mistakes and, a lot of curse words and a lot of crying, and seam ripping stitches, but at the end, it's worth it all.
That's very true. We've actually been talking about that with one of the customers who's written into the page today, who realised they'd made a mistake in what they're doing, and just reassuring them mistakes are learning opportunities. It is a chance for you to to pick up and do something, something
Exactly.
new. Yeah. So how about with selling? As you're selling your bags, have you got any advice to anyone who's starting out with selling?
Yes. I see this a lot. I would say I am a pretty intermediate bag maker now. I have trouble being confident behind my prices, which is, you know, most people are, you know, they always second guess their pricing. And I'm just going to tell you now, when I first started sewing, I was sewing on a domestic machine. So my prices were fairly low. You know, I look back and I'm like, why did I like made nothing. I didn't even make back my cost. But it is okay to always start low and raise your prices. I found that when I was more confident about my bags and I took better pictures, I got more sales. I think the fact that I'm like my biggest critic. So when I would post my bag, I'd be like, it's not perfect. This is what's wrong with it, you know, and then that, you know, so then it made people second guess. So my husband told me, like, why don't you just put a bag and not point out what flaws you think you see? Because I'm going to tell you, they probably don't see them. And just be confident behind your prices. I mean, my prices raise all the time depending on where my skill level is at. So
how are you working out your prices? Do you go by material and then like an hourly rate, or I know some people do like a 3 times the cost thing?
Yes, so I do the 3 times cost. So like I calculate my materials. I have like a spreadsheet, calculates all my like costs of materials and stuff, what you know, like what it costs, and then I triple it. I do not do I don't do an hourly because I have ADHD and I have really bad time blindness. I am not aware of time at all. And it's just hard because I will be like, okay, I'm going to time myself. And then I forget you need to stop the watch if you walk away. So then, like, sometimes I'll go back into my phone and I'm like, it's like 24 hours. And, you know, for the stuff, I'm like, yeah, I finished that bag like forever ago.
Yeah.
But yeah, I have really bad time blindness, so I don't.
You're focusing as well on something. You get really into something, and just the rest of the world sort of bleeds away.
Yes.
And it's just you and your project. Yeah.
Yes, I know. My poor husband, he'll be like, I'll go in, I'll be like, okay, I'm just going to sew like a bag. My live will be like a couple hours. And then it's like 6 hours later. And I'm like, oh, like that was really 6 hours? I thought it was only 2. He's like, no, like.
You're definitely not alone in that.
And I think it's funny because I feel like a lot of my followers probably haven't realized that. But like if I notice a lot in my lives, I'd be like, oh, we're almost done. We're at the finish line. And like, we got like 30 minutes left. And really it's like 2 hours left. And I'm like, just kidding. It's not. It felt like 30 minutes, but yeah, I'm really bad at
that. I think whether it's 30 minutes or 3 hours, people can continue to watch. I know we talked a little bit about ADHD with Tammy, but I mean, are there any other challenges that you find with using with sewing alongside your ADHD, or any other benefits that you find come from, you know, having ADHD and crafting?
Yes. Okay. So I will say it took me a long time to find my niche. I'm telling you, I do everything. I have a vinyl decal business. I make vinyl t-shirts. I sublimate t-shirts. I let's see, what else do I do? Let me just look around my craft room.
That is a perfect segue for our next question in a moment.
Yes. So I tend to get into a lot of hobbies, and I tend to immerse myself in all these hobbies, and I feel totally horrible because I go and, you know, I'm like, I'm going to do this. I'm going to stick with it. and I'll spend, you know, a lot of money, and then I don't use it. Like my sublimation machine, I probably only made like 10 t-shirts, and it just kind of sits. But it comes in handy whenever we want to do like a random gift for somebody.
Yeah.
But, you know, it's still, but I will say that like my ADHD, once I found my niche, which obviously is purse making, just the hyper focus I have for it, and the like, I guess commitment, like I've stuck with it. This is the longest I've stuck with something. I just enjoy it. So I think my husband's finally happy. I mean, because I'm not, you know, I'm getting a return at least with this hobby, but yeah, I used to jump around a lot in my you know, hobbies and stuff. I think I even tried knitting, and that only lasted like a day.
Hey, it's not for everyone.
I can't. I forget the count stitch. So, but yes, I will say the only thing that like, the only negative thing about my ADHD, well, obviously, is the time blindness, because I do have kids. I can't just lock myself in my room, you know, stuck on a purse and stuff like that, because I have, you know, needs to tend to. But sometimes I get overwhelmed, like especially when I have a lot of stuff to do. Like today was a very busy day because I have the I had this live, and then I have the jangles bag sew along. And once I realized that I had so much stuff to do, I was like, I'm gonna go lay down in bed instead. So yeah, I just got out like 30 minutes ago, like right before the live. But
burnout is a real risk for ADHD and autism. You know, trying to make sure that you're managing your time and your expectations so you don't overload yourself.
Yes, because when I do overload myself and I do get overwhelmed, I shut down, and you can't do much when you shut down. So, but I learned to work with it.
Can sympathize with that. My shutdowns tend to be more of the explosive variety rather than the non-verbal variety, which is never good.
I get that too. Like, I feel like and like I always say this, my poor husband, but my husband is very understanding of, you know, who I am and stuff. And most of our marriage and us being together, I had been unmedicated. So I only just got medicated maybe a year, not even a year ago, like right when I started my sew-alongs. And I had been off of medication for like 7 years maybe while I had kids. And so he normally just has to ride out the storm. And the storm is like where I just like keep everything in, and then it like explodes out. And I go in this like, you know, screaming rage, or like, you know, and I'm like aggressive cleaning, or, you know, like, and he's just like, just like, just ride it out. Like it'll be like the smallest thing that sets me off. And I'm like, I feel like, and then I'm like, oh, I feel so much better. Okay, let's go do something. He's like, you literally just made everybody miserable.
I totally like, a fork in the knife drawer or in the knife bag bit, or yeah.
One little thing, I'm like yeah. So.
I know. Thank you for sharing all that information with us. I know we've got a little bit off topic from where we were supposed to be going with it.
Yes.
But I know that many of the people watching right now, we heard last time that there's a lot of people watching who are also neurodivergent. So
yes.
Help them feel they're not quite so alone. Happens to us too.
Yes, exactly.
Yeah. So, okay, coming back to the questions then, because you talked a little bit about your business, and I really, really wanted to talk about that a bit more with you now. I don't know if people watching know that as well as being on our team, as Monica mentioned, she has got her own business aside from things, and I know you just shared your news, but some of the people watching might not have seen it yet. So, what's new?
Okay, so if y'all don't follow me on my Instagram or my Facebook page, we just announced last night, I believe. Was it last night? Or the night before, maybe?
What's that?
I just recently.
Yeah.
I want to say it was probably late Thursday night I announced it. But we announced our new line of woven interfacing called SewFuse. So we have 2 different weights. We have SewFuse regular, which is just like SF101, but it's actually has a thicker feel to it. And then we have the SewFuse Plus, which is a more heavier weight stabilizer. So we are venturing into the bag interfacing part of our business, and it went really well. I sold out of what I had on hand. I just ordered our second shipment, which will be in next week. Pretty much half of that, more than half of that has already sold. So I'm gonna have to put in another order or more to come in for next week.
Awesome. So. That's amazing. I've seen your incredible videos with new interfacing over on your social, and it looks really, really good. I know a lot of our team have put in their orders because they can't wait to try it.
Yes.
That's really
yes.
Oh, I'm so excited for you, isn't it? So if people want to order that from you, is that over on your website?
Yes, it's over on my website, and you can get to my website fairly easily just by clicking on my profile picture and going to my profile, and all of my links to my shops are there. You'll just click on the castinghandcrafted.com link, and that will take you to my main page. And then there is a collection. It says SewFuse on it. You'll click on that one, and it'll have where you can purchase. So like I said, since I am sold out, you can purchase, like, it's not really a pre-order, it's more like a wait in line. So since I already have some coming, I put that inventory in, and you can grab it. So as soon as it gets into me, I believe Thursday, I will cut it and ship it out.
That's really cool. Okay, so there's a couple of folk asking for the link. As Monica mentioned, you can click on her profile picture, but I can
real quickly. I can add it in real quickly.
Oh, race ya!
You're probably quicker because did you get it? There we go.
I was already ahead of you, so and I've got
Lizzie's got it.
Keyboard,
so. All I put in was a W. Apparently, I cannot type on.
It's not easy typing on devices either. So, and Tammy was on it as well. I should have left Tammy to do it. So that's really exciting news. So I know a couple of people have asked if that's a swoon thing. It's not a swoon thing, but we're totally behind you all the way. We're really excited about this wonderful new venture.
Thank you.
So that's really really exciting. Are you shipping worldwide with that, or is it US only?
I do. No, I ship worldwide. That is a tongue twister. But no, I ship. I think I have a DHL option. I know I did just ship out to the UK yesterday, so I know that I'm able to do that. And I also shipped to Puerto Rico.
Cool. Very cool. We've got lots of congratulations rolling in from our watchers right now, which is
thank you, everyone.
Oh, that is wonderful news. I'm going to hop into the comments because I saw a few questions pop up earlier that I missed. Okay, Karen is in the Czech Republic. Hi, Karen. And Karen also loves Lauren's videos. Brenda asked about how you got started selling your bags. So you mentioned earlier about popping over your page. Catherine would like to know, who is your favourite fabric designer?
Okay. So I don't really, as most know, I don't really use fabric. I use a lot of vinyl. So I guess my favorite, Fabric Warehouse Direct. Because I don't use fabric. I love solid colored purses. I wouldn't even really be able to. I guess Tulip Pink did make a panda line, so I guess that would be my favorite designer. Oh, beautiful. Yes, she made a panda line, so she has won my heart forever.
Yes, that line's really cool, isn't it? A panda's your favorite animal?
Yeah, I have a weird obsession with them, actually.
Oh, interesting.
Yeah, I have like a panda shrine. Like there's that little thing cabinet hanging up, kind of. It's full of pandas, and then I don't know, you can't really see, but up here I have a picture of my I guess right here. Is my son dressed up in a crocheted panda outfit. And then I guess I can also show you, I have this huge panda mural on my wall. And then, if that wasn't enough, I permanently tattooed it on my body. So it's a panda and a pizza holding hands.
Oh, that's
so
cute.
Yeah, it's mine and my sister's matching tattoos. I'm obsessed with pandas, and she is obsessed with pizza. So it just represents me and her holding hands. So we both have it.
Okay, so what about your favorite vinyl?
So my favorite vinyl is, well, I try to make my bags as cost effective as possible. Like I said, I do have 4 kids, so I try to make my costs as low as possible. I found marine vinyl is actually really good quality, so I've been using marine vinyl from Fabric Wholesale Direct, and I did just order some from a place called Marine Vinyl. Yeah, and they have this really pretty like teal aqua color. So I think I might have found a new supplier. Their shipping's a little expensive, but they do ship on the roll. They do roll it up, so that's nice. It's not folded.
Yeah,
so
last thing you want is folded vinyl.
Yes, exactly.
And Tammy has popped up with a link for us there, Marine Vinyl Fabric.
Yes.
Thanks, Tammy. That's really really helpful there. Lots of other folk are mentioning about time blindness, having a hard time with that as well. So you're not alone in that too. Lots more congratulations coming up there. Have we got any more questions for Monica from any of you while we go? If not, I'll pop into the next bit of my questions here. Oh, Karen says that Marine Vinyl will send you samples.
Yes, I did. Karen, I actually did buy the sample pack of all the vinyl that they carry. Actually, I'll grab it real quickly.
Yeah, that would be really helpful. Thank you. And she's gone.
Okay, so it's actually quite a few.
Oh, that's cool.
And so I got this really pretty, is this the peach color? Oh yeah, I got this really pretty peach color. I'm so excited to use this. And then I got, this is a color that I was like in love with.
Oh, that's gorgeous.
Yes.
It's like a
so I'm impressed. It's not, it has like, it's not like slick shiny. It kind of actually looks like faux leather. So I'm pretty excited. I think
that is definitely exciting.
All the colors.
I'm guessing you're using vinyl for your jangles so long later today.
Yes, I am. I'm pretty excited.
Can we get a sneaky peek of the color, or do we have to wait? It's okay. Honestly.
No, I could definitely show you a sneaky peek.
I'm just so nosy. In case no one knows what I'm talking about, the Stone Patterns by Mrs. H group is stealing Monica away this evening for a live along of the Jangles Ank bag, which is an absolutely amazing handbag. If you've not made it before, it's so stylish, classy, and it's really easy to customize as well. So it's gorgeous, mate. Really looking forward to seeing what you make of it.
Okay. It is
Oh, that's going to be gorgeous.
hunter green with, obviously, you know, I have to have my waterproof canvas.
Of course.
So I am.
Oh, lovely.
It's going to be a beige, and the hardware is going to be gold.
Yeah.
So I'm pretty excited.
Green and gold. Love it.
Yes.
That's going to be amazing. Absolutely amazing. I almost want to ask you like more questions about jangles as well, but I really shouldn't, because that's later over in the other group. If I was going to talk about that later, but if anyone wanting to join in with that so long wants to hop over to this Go and Have Some Time Mrs. H group after this, you're all more than welcome. You'll find the team pretty much cross over for each other across the different sides.
Yes.
You'll see Swoon over there and Mrs. H over here. Just make sure, if you're not already a member of the group, to answer those joining questions, so that whoever it is who's looking after moderation while we're nattering away can let you into the group.
Yes.
And Joy says it's going to be gorgeous. It really is.
Thank you. Yes, I'm super excited. I made one bag that was hunter green and gold, and I like fell in love with the two color combinations. So when I saw the jangle and like the fact that it like really showcases the long johns, which, you know, it's like the long johns are fairly like out. Yes, they're long strap connectors, so I feel like it really emphasizes the hardware. So gold, of course. I wanted a good color combination, a solid color combination, so that your eyes are drawn to the hardware. So
that's absolutely fair enough. I think most people who make jangles do make it in that solid color. Although I shared, I think I shared one print one earlier today. It's like a blue one with a gold peacock print on. Beautiful. But yeah, most people I think go for that solid one as we've done. Oh god. So Tammy has shared the details of the group for everyone, for if anyone wants to come over there, and says that is if you're not sick of us already. And Steph is already cutting out her jangles anchor bag, ready for later. Well,
can't wait.
So, you know, you've got at least two viewers. You've got me and Beth are going to be hanging out with you later.
Perfect.
So I was going to ask you, apart from bag making, what other things you like to do, but I think you told us a bit about that earlier.
Yep. Puzzles, and I like to read pretty much.
Oh, what are you reading at the moment?
Okay, it's called How to Be a Bad A. It's like a confident self-help book. So that's what I'm doing.
That's lovely. And on that, if anyone here has any tips on boosting your confidence, feel free to pop them down below, because I think all of us could do with a little bit of a confidence boost sometimes. Definitely. I just spotted a question from up there on the way past. Ooh, Catherine would like to know, what bag did you learn the most from?
Okay, what bag did I learn the most from?
So far.
Okay, so there's two bags. Obviously, the Bonnie bag, the Bonnie bucket bag, and the second one was my Betty Bowler bag that I did on the live. It totally kicked my butt. I learned a lot of stuff, like don't base spinal, which you would think you would know that. But yeah, that was one of the ones I learned the most. And the reason why I learned the most was because I messed up the most on it, oddly enough. So like it helped me to learn from my mistakes, and it also taught me how to get out of that, like those, you know, sticky situations. Like what can I do to fix this? So
just to check for the beginners in the chat, the reason you don't base vinyl is because you can't get rid of the holes?
Yes, exactly.
Yes. I'm sure there's some others in the chat down below thinking, why can't you base vinyl? So now you know as well.
Yes.
Karen wants to know what time the jangle is on. Karen, if you click on the event link that is over there, way down at the bottom of the about text is a time converter. So if you click on that, it will it will convert the time for you to whatever zone you're in, and you can add in other time zones there as well if I've missed anything, because I look at all zones in that converter. There's a good view there. And if you can't make it to the live event, you can replay it later. I think,
Yes.
am I right in thinking this one's going up on your YouTube channel?
Yes.
At some point?
It will.
The right way, it's fine.
So my issue has been, so a lot of the lives have been going up because Facebook has been kicking me out, which means I have like 4 to 5 different parts.
Yeah, and then you've got to
So then it kind of gets a little weird, like constantly uploading like 5 different parts on a live. So I'm hoping I can schedule out just actually doing a live, like a tutorial maybe, like a pre-recorded tutorial more so. That way you don't get that extra chatter also.
That is true. So. It can be, I know it can be confusing for some of our YouTube viewers. They can't see what we're talking about down there below. We do occasionally get a little message into the page saying, what was that? What was that comment about? Really? What were you talking about there? And then try and remember, what was it we were actually chatting about?
Exactly. Yes, exactly.
Yeah. So Tammy has shared the event details down in the chat below if you want to click through to that. And Glenda has asked, what is your favourite part and least favourite part about making bags? Good question.
My favourite part about making bags. I don't know. I would say my favorite part about making bags is the finished outcome, I guess. Okay, and this sounds weird because of my ADHD, I can't see a finished project. So when I put colors together, when I'm doing the sew-alongs, or like I'm doing the sew-alongs or I'm doing the cutting and interfacing, I don't know how these colors are gonna work out until I'm sitting down. And like, if you see my lives, you'll see when I can finally see it, because I'm like, oh my god, this is gonna look so gorgeous, you know, like this, I can see it. So I would say that part, because I kind of go into it blindly. Like I just like, these 2 colors go together, but do they really go together? So, and then my least favorite part, I would have to say, would be zippers. Like zipper pockets. For some reason, I do not like doing zipper pockets.
So we need to pick lots of patterns that got zipper pockets so you can practice.
Yes, I cannot do zipper facings at all. I have already, come to terms with that. I just do a regular one. And there's a quote that Mrs. H said one time, that they're not really your friend if they look in your zipper pockets. So I just live by that when it comes to my zippers.
That's fair enough. Although it has just popped into my head that the Jango has 3 different zips in it. Because you've got your your central zip pocket, and the zip at the top as well.
Yes. So the only ones I don't like are the like internal zipper pockets that like are on the main lining piece. I think she does do a facing on hers. I just omit that and just do it the way I know how to do it, which is just having some raw zipper inside my bags. So, but you can't really see them because they're stitched down. But if you dig in the pockets, you'll see them. But you shouldn't be digging in the zipper pockets and looking.
You shouldn't be looking on the inside.
Exactly.
Although I saw the other day one of our bag makers likes to leave little messages on the inside of their bag where no one's going to see them, like smiley faces or little comments or quotes or whatever. So maybe there is someone out there that one day is going to see what's going on there.
That's actually pretty cool. I'm gonna have to. I like that.
Wait. If nothing else, if it's a bag that you're going to be using and one day you might be reclaiming the hardware, you could leave a little message to a future seller. You've got this, you're awesome.
Yeah, a nice little like confident quote in there.
Yeah, I'm writing to you from the past. Okay, I can't see any more questions in the comments, so I'm going to hop back over to mine and ask. I've asked this already to Nova and to Tammy. What would your superpower be?
Sorry, say that one more time.
What would your superpower be?
Oh, I don't know what it's called, but it's the one where you can make things move, because it'd be really nice to like,
Telekinesis.
you know, being able to do multitasking. You know, so that's what I would do, because like I said, while I'm sewing, I have, you know, 3 different kids coming to me asking, can you open this? Can you pour me some milk? Can you know, and I'm like, what is your dad doing? And they're like, oh, he's playing his video games.
Oh no.
Sounds like he's not very busy. So
you are known for having cameos in your sew alongs, so little voices or
yes,
popping up every so often.
And I have a lock specifically to keep him out, but he has learned to pick lock my lock with a butter knife. My husband had, when I first got the locks, he was like, do you want to get a key lock, or do you want to just get the one where you can, like, you know, it's a little slit and you can just easily, and I'm like, just get the one with the little slit. You know, Merrick doesn't know how to, they won't be able to come in. He was pretty determined to come in because he learned. So yeah, that's why he comes in. It's because even if the door is locked, he can still make his way in. So
that is very impressive. I like your superpower as well, and the reason behind it too. So that would be really useful sometimes. Well, you'd have to split your brain power as well, wouldn't you? So you wouldn't be able to hyper focus. That's the one downside that I can see to it.
I feel like I'd be
sure you could do
like,
it though.
Yes, you'd be able to do it.
Yeah, definitely. Okay, what else have I got? Oh yes. So in our team chat, obviously we talk about sewing a lot, and we talk about photography a lot, but we also always talk about food. Like all the time, we're talking about who's eating what. So what is your favourite snack food? It's gonna be.
My favorite snack food. It's a hard one because I like to snack a lot. And my favorite food is Chinese food. I can always eat some Chinese food. My favorite snack food, chips maybe.
Chips.
Like
so that's
hot Cheetos. Okay.
In the UK.
Okay, this is weird. I really love to eat hot Cheetos and dill pickle slices together.
Wow.
And I will pour the pickle juice on it, and then if I'm feeling, you know, sometimes I get like a really bad salt craving, so I'll put some what is it? It's like a chili powder, but it's just like all like a beer salt on it.
Okay. Much. That sounds very, very cool. I'm all about the salty snacks as well. I know our director Samantha, she cannot get enough of chocolate. Chocolate is her thing, but I'm totally with you. It's salty all the way. Crisp, salt and vinegar crisps. Oh.
Ooh, yes. With some hot sauce. I eat mine with hot sauce.
That does sound pretty fun. That really does.
I like spicy, so.
Tammy's not impressed. Just to warn you.
You should. It's weird, but seriously, try it. You might be surprised. Also, I eat Takis with cheese dip. Ooh. That's really good.
Dalva asks, what was that Cheetos with blue cheese?
No, not blue cheese. I'm not a blue cheese person. It is pickles. Just regular dill pickles. Yeah, and pickle juice. I love it. Oh my god, so good.
Cool to me. Hot Cheetos with dill pickles and Dalva's Cheetos with a pickle juice.
Yes, and then I eat it with a spoon, like as if I'm eating cereal, because I don't want to get my fingers red.
Yes. That's a really good idea because it will go all soggy and crumbly. I like that idea.
Yes.
Okay. I'm coming up to the end of the questions that I've got here. So if you're watching this and you've got more questions, pop them in those comments now. Otherwise, you might have to wait to get an answer to them. So, as you know, I like to do a bit of a quick fire round. although it's not usually very quick because we get diverted. So, first up, I wanted to know, would you rather sew in the morning or sew in the evening?
In the morning. 100% in the morning. I have more energy in the morning because at nighttime I am completely drained from a day with very needy boys.
Yes.
So
That's morning. Would you rather never sew with teal again or only sew with teal forever?
Ooh. The color teal?
The color teal. Never sew with your favorite color again or only sew with your favorite color forever?
Weirdly enough, I would live without not sewing teal ever again.
Oh, well, you still got it on your walls, haven't you? So
yeah, and I just feel like I'd get bored with it. Like, I could live without one color, but and I don't think I've ever made a teal bag, actually.
Wow. Oh,
yes.
That special occasion, maybe.
Well, I actually just ordered some, so it just came in. So I will be.
You might see something in the teal in the future. I know. I'm going to mention this later, but I know you've got Maisie coming up, and then we're going to be stealing you away in, I think, in May for a Hope handbag so along as well.
Yes, it's the hacked one. It's the hack version I made of the Hope with the long john.
Yes.
Anchors again.
It's really exciting that. We've not put up the event details yet for that because obviously I've got to get all of April up first. But
yes, I think TT is doing just the regular version earlier that month, and I'm doing mine at the end. So I'm pretty excited about that.
You got it, exactly. Yeah, we've got the 2 Hope handbag so-alongs coming up in May, so it'll be interesting to see. Are you going to use the teal for your Maisie, or are you going to use it for Hope, or maybe for something else? So, long johns on a Hope look really, really good. If you have a look at Monica's page, Monica's Instagram or Facebook page, you can see there how she's done it. It's wonderful.
Yes. I had just sent it to my mother-in-law because that purse I had made for her.
Oh.
And she loved it. So
understandably, yeah.
Yes.
I've voted from our would you rathers again, haven't I? Would you rather have a magic cutting fairy or a magic interfacing fairy, or possibly a magic zipper fairy?
Yes, I would say a magic cutting. I really enjoy interfacing. I do not enjoy cutting. So
fair enough.
I would do the cutting fairy.
That's understandable. Would you rather? I think I know the answer to this one. Would you rather be too busy or be bored?
Too busy. Too busy.
Would you rather be able to pause your day or rewind your day?
Pause my day. I would rather pause. Sometimes I need a breather.
That's understandable.
So,
well, you do have such a busy day, so that's totally understandable. Okay, any more questions from our viewers? Doesn't look like it at the moment. Have you got anything else you wanted to tell us about Monica?
I think we covered just about everything.
We have a really, really good chat. So, okay, folks, watching this. Monica's going to take an hour break. All right.
Yes.
Yeah, take an hour break. And then if you head over to the Sewing Patterns by Mrs. H Facebook group in an hour's time, the details are down there. Tammy popped them in there. Monica's going to be sewing the Jangles anchor bag live.
I'm so excited.
It's so exciting. And in the meantime, while you're waiting for that, don't forget to click on Monica's little profile image there. Go and subscribe to her YouTube channel. Follow
yes.
her Instagram and Facebook page.
Yes.
Yes. And I've just realised I totally forgot. I briefly mentioned April now. I did promise everyone that you could hear a little bit more about April. So this is top secret. Shh. We haven't officially announced it. You all are going to be the first people to hear about this outside of our team chat. April is April 27th in particular is the 10th anniversary of when Sewing Patterns by Mrs. H started. So we thought it might be nice to have a little bit of party, but we don't do anything small, really. So we are going to be hosting a virtual party all month long in April, mostly over in the Sewing Patterns by Mrs. H Facebook group, and we've got 3 sew-alongs, I think 4 video tutorials. We've got guest interviews, guest Q&A interviews from some celebrities in the sewing world. And I think at the moment we've got something like 16 or 17 giveaways coming up, but that number keeps increasing every day. So there's giveaways happening, I think, pretty much every other day, all through April. So we're going to have a massive party all through April to celebrate the 10th anniversary of Sewing Patterns by Mrs. H. But this is all top secret because it's not official yet. But we'll be officially announcing all of that next week. So keep an eye on the different pages to put stuff in your calendar for the events coming up. We're really excited about it.
Yes. It's gonna be fun.
It will be. I don't think we're stealing you away for a sew-along during the month itself, are we? But
not for Mrs. A.
No, but on
not
the
for Mrs. A.
You're going to be back here in the group.
I'll be doing the Maisie sew-along.
Maisie?
Yes, Maisie.
Yeah, the Maisie bowler bag. We've already got the event details for that on the Zoom page, and I'll make sure that those are transferred over into the group at some point as well. If you haven't already, I'm not sure if you have.
I haven't made an event for it yet.
Okay.
Is that what you're asking?
We'll get, yeah, that's what I was asking. We'll get you sorted, Baggineers. Don't worry. We'll make sure that the event details for Maisie are up very soon.
Yes.
I think that's everything. So go and have a lovely little break, and we will see you again in 58 minutes.
Perfect. Thank you. Bye, everyone.
Bye now.